Welcome to the Profitable Nomad Couple Podcast. We're a show about growing your online business and enjoying a location-independent lifestyle, all while strengthening your relationship with your partner.
We are Austin and Monica, a husband and wife duo who run our business remotely so that we can travel the world in constant search for adventure, good food, and new friends.
We are here to share practical tips and tricks to help and encourage you wherever you may be on your digital nomad journey.
All right, let's dive in. All right, everybody, Happy New Year. I hope you all have had a fun and safe time celebrating this holiday season and now can start to get back in the swing of things, to start really embracing the change and the possibilities that this new year brings.
Yeah, we hope you guys have taken some time already to do some self-reflection and to analyze how did 2022 go for you? We're going to have a podcast episode coming out in a couple of weeks about the top lessons and things that Monica and I have learned from 2022, both in business, but also just personally. And we're going to be sharing that later, but hopefully you guys have already taken the time individually to do some reflection, to think about how the last year's gone, and then to make some plans and preparations for 2023 coming up. Because, this is just obviously a very natural time to start making those plans and to start thinking about the year in advance. And it doesn't have to be New Year's. You can do this any time of the year, but this is when everyone's talking about it. And so we thought we'd chime in and do a little bit of reflection ourselves on some of the things that's gone on for us the past year and what's kind of coming down ahead of us in 2023, coming down the pipeline. And we want to talk you guys through how you can do some reflection yourself and how to plan kind of moving towards the positive this next year. We talked a little bit about, sometimes there's some things that you need a change in your life to move away from some things. That's all great. But sometimes we also need to move towards something, not just move away from the negative, but move towards the positive. So that's kind of what this episode today is about, is moving towards the positive and chasing the things that we really want in life.
Yeah, I always love this time of reflection, but as you were saying that, I was thinking about the decision we made to start running towards the life that we really wanted to live. And we made that decision almost over 2 years ago now.
That's probably 2.5 years ago now.
It's crazy. We quit our jobs cold turkey. If you want to know our full story, head back to, I think it's episode 1 or something like that, where we explain our full story. But we really wanted to start traveling the world. And so looking back at 2022, I can say that we've done that, right? We quit our jobs cold turkey. We started working online. We started making money for ourselves, and we've been traveling the world. We lived in Guatemala. We've lived all over the West Coast. We've left the country every single year for the past 5 years, but we've made several places our home. We've made friends and family all around the world.
Yeah, we don't necessarily recommend quitting your job cold turkey. It worked well for us, and for a lot of people it can. But yeah, we've had these amazing experiences in the past couple of years. One of the main reasons that we did make that switch and we quit our jobs and started our business was to spend more time with the people we care about. Primarily, it was with each other. With our previous jobs, we weren't spending a whole lot of time with one another. We saw each other on a good day, 20 minutes in passing. I would have a morning shift. Monica would have late night shifts. And so if we were lucky, we got across for a little bit. But more than that, we were missing opportunities to spend time with family, to spend time with friends, because our work schedules would not line up, or we'd have to be involved in work or do something there that would keep us from a family event. And so in these past 2 years, we've had 2 sisters and a sister-in-law have a baby. Our parents and some of our siblings have moved, so we've been able to help them pack, help them move, and be involved in that process. We've been able to be there for the babies that were born. We've helped lots of our friends with house renovations. They've bought new houses and done projects. They've done, anything you can think of.
Yeah, we've learned how to lay flooring, how to put up drywall, how to refinish sinks, how to paint, how to,
We've learned everything. A lot about, fixing up a house. But the benefit to moving towards starting this job for us is we've moved towards the ability to still sustain ourselves and make enough money to live, but also to have the flexibility in our schedule to be there for all of these major things in the lives of these people that we care so much about, and to be there to help them when they need it, and also just be there for support, be there for them.
Yeah, that's been a really important part of our lives and our travels is the ability to put things on hold, to show up at people's doors and to really be there for them. I mean, I think we've been there through mental health crises, we've been there through babies and so many different situations, and we've really grown in those relationships. It's funny, I was reflecting the other day about where we would be if we had been able to go to the Peace Corps, and if the pandemic hadn't shut everything down. We definitely wouldn't have a business, and there's a lot of relationships, specifically my relationships with Austin's family, that just wouldn't exist because we were able to spend a lot of time living with them and helping them with home renovations, with babies, with moving. And that has really built a relationship that I really depend on now. And it never would have happened if it weren't for us taking the leap to quit our jobs, to start working online, and giving ourselves the ability to travel and be there when people needed us to be.
Yeah, I think it's really important to reflect on how plans that we originally had that didn't turn out the way we wanted, the positive that's come from that. If you guys have heard our Peace Corps story, again, you can go back and listen to that in episode 1, but that was really, really hard for the two of us to have our 2-year plan flush down the toilet in a matter of, with one email essentially. But we kept on pushing off our plans to go to the Peace Corps, hoping it would open back up. This all happened during COVID and we couldn't, so we had to shift our life plans. And for a long time, that was devastating, to be honest. It was really hard to get back up on our feet. But that's one of the lessons we've learned, not just this last year. It's kind of taken a while to learn it, but our plans were thrown off, but we were able to find a lot of positive things that came from that. And our hope for you guys is that it doesn't take some big, dramatic, devastating event to realize that you can make a change in your life and move towards something more positive. For us, unfortunately, we needed that, or at least that's how it happened for us. But you don't have to wait for something big to happen. If you're unhappy with the way your life is right now, or if you need a big change, or if there's some way you want to live that you're not currently living right now, you don't have to wait for something to push you over the edge. You can make the choice right now to move towards that. And it's not necessarily going to be easy, but all the best things in life hardly are ever easy. We also want to share with you guys some of the major things that are coming down the pipeline for us personally. You guys have probably heard about a lot of our travel plans, and they're always changing, but we're finally coming full circle to our original Peace Corps, well, even pre-Peace Corps plans. Before we were going to serve in the Peace Corps, we had plans to teach English in Thailand for a year. That was our original out-of-the-country big experience. That's what it was going to be. And things just kept coming up. In this particular case, we couldn't go teach in Thailand because there were only 2 availabilities with the company we wanted to work with, and they were in different countries. So we would have had to be apart for a full year. That wasn't worth it to us, so we switched. But now, starting in end of January, early February, we are actually going to be living in Southeast Asia, and we'll be in Thailand for a full month. So we're coming full circle back to our Thailand plans that we had 4 years ago, almost 4 years ago at this point. So we're going to be in Thailand for a month, and then we're going to move to Cambodia. We'll be there for a month, and then we'll move to Vietnam, and we'll be there for a month. Monica is beyond excited because she studied Southeast Asia in her undergrad, and this is going to be great for you because you know a lot about the place.
Yeah, I'm really excited. I'm really excited to be traveling more full time, to be on our own. I mean, living with family has been great, but we always experience the best business growth when we're on our own. I'm really excited to explore a new place, to eat all the delicious food, to meet new friends, and it just feels good. It just feels so good to be finally. I feel like this next step forward is finally a place where we can be like, we did it. We created this life that we wanted. You know, it's taken us a couple of years to build up our business. It's taken us a couple of years to feel confident in our ability to travel. But now we're there. Now that the pandemic restrictions are mostly gone, it feels so good to know that we did it. We're doing it. We're living it. And this is what all of our hard work was to live this life.
Yeah, that's great. And I'm especially excited for the temples in Southeast Asia. Monica's excited about the food. I'm excited about the temples. It'll be a good time.
Yeah, it's going to be awesome. Typically, the top New Year's resolutions for people across the board are to travel more, to be there for friends and family, and to live life to the fullest. And that is our goal with this podcast as well, is we really want to enable people to live that because we are living it. And it is so fantastic. I wish I could just share a little bit of how happy my heart is when I think about this life we've created. I wish I could just share that through the microphone for you. We really want to, in 2023, our goal is to help you achieve that. We really want you to be able to create the life of your dreams. We really want you to be able to travel, to be there for friends and family, to not be stuck in the clock in, clock out cycle, and to be able to create financial freedom from wherever in the world you want.
That's 100% what our purpose is. And we want you to be able to find your purpose. If you have already done, hopefully, now that it's January 4th, hopefully you've already done some New Year's resolutions and some goal casting for what you want to accomplish. I would bet the chances are pretty good that one of these three things in some way, shape, or form are on that list of things that you want to accomplish. Either traveling more, being there for friends and family, or in some way, living life to the fullest and making some change to feel more accomplished, more aligned with yourself, more purposeful in what you do. And so, just like Monica said, our business is helping you do exactly that. Everything that we do is to help people like you accomplish those things. To do that, there's a couple ways we're doing it. One way that Monica and I are doing that is with this podcast. You can hop on Apple Podcasts or Spotify, listen to this, and hopefully with our conversations every week, you are getting something out of it that helps you feel this way. Another way that we're planning on doing it coming up is a 3-day live event that we're going to be running. This is going to be on January 11th, 12th, and 13th. And this is a free event. It's only going to be 30 to 45 minutes a day, just a short little snippet in the afternoon. And we invite you to come because we're going to be talking about getting yourself in the right mindset so that you can do these things we just talked about. So you can make the change you need to and start moving towards the positive that you want in life.
Yeah, so that'll be day 1. Then day 2, we're going to talk you through how you can start to make money from anywhere, and you can start to do it next week. It is such an easy process. Austin and I have made all the mistakes in the book, so we've boiled it down to the steps you need to do to be making money from anywhere. And it's super simple, and we're super excited to share it with you. And then day 3, we're going to be sharing with you how to get started traveling more. So we'll be talking about budgeting, picking a place, packing, just all the little things that you need to really start traveling more and to do it in as stress-free way as possible.
And a more sustainable way, to do it in a way that's not just a vacation that you take, but something that you more fully live, something that's part of who you are. That's what we want for you. And so we're going to be talking all about how to do that. So make sure you come, make sure you mark it on your calendars, January 11th, 12th, and 13th. And we really, really hope that you're able to attend and be there for all of that.
Yeah, you're definitely not going to want to miss it, especially if you have ever dreamed of making money online, working for yourself, traveling, having that location independence, and living a life that you created, that you get to choose. And we are so excited for you to be there.
So there's going to be more information and details about that in the description. So if you're curious, make sure you go down there and check it out. But that's all we have for you today. Hopefully you guys have already done some of this reflection on your own year and your own life. If you haven't, we really want to encourage you to take an hour and just go on a walk, go sit down somewhere, take out a journal, reflect on your past year, make plans for the new year, and we will be here again next week. Thanks for listening and sticking around to the end of this episode. We really appreciate you being here.
If you're interested in starting and growing your online business so that you can live as a digital nomad, then grab our free list of online business ideas to help you get started. You'll find it in the link below.
See you next time.